Hi everyone, Renegade67 here, with part 31 of Let's Play Ghost Trick. Last time, we did some shenanigans here and basically, made the Justice Minister feel better. Yeah, this is gonna be really awkward because I recorded part 31 and part 32 in one session, then recorded part 33, 34, and 35 in another session. And now part 31 and 32, for certain reasons, they didn't work, so I have to redo them. However, I stopped in a really awkward place at the end of part 32, so, if I end up, well, this doesn't really affect part 31, but, I don't know, I'll try to remember where I stopped for part 32, but it's gonna be kind of awkward. It might start part 33 really weirdly, but anyways, this isn't part 33, this is part 31. Let's go. Why this sudden change? I guess I was wrong about you. I didn't understand. Oh, Emily. I thought all you ever did was write those weird novels. Makes me a little sad. Papa said the job of Justice Minister was complicated. Yes, your father's job is very, very complicated and difficult. That's why I couldn't talk to you about most of it. Shouldn't treat you like such a little girl. Growing up, after all. Yeah, she's not a complete bitch. She's like a semi-bitch. She's still an animal abuser to the max, but meh. I promise to stop calling your novels weird and try actually reading them. You might want to wait 1 to 10 years until you read those. Okay, kids never have any fun. So, Millie, if you're feeling a little more charitable towards your old mama, I swear it's like, as a kid, you think, oh, we never get any fun. You guys get all the fun, and then when you grow up, it's like, and I'm not completely grown up yet, so I don't even know the half of it. Well, I know half of it, maybe. I don't know. I don't know half of it. What am I talking about? I'm talking about real life. I should stop it. It's a game. Real life sucks. This is a game. Okay. What am I talking about? Ugh! Do you think you could let me down now? No! You know, I would love to do that. I just feel like too dizzy and sick right now. Oh, I don't remember when I mentioned this. I think it was in part 30, but if it wasn't, oh, I really wish this character appeared more. I definitely like her as a character. Yeah. And she falls dramatically. She'd be a good actor. Tonight, in the holiest of nights, my deadline. Looks like the only thing pressing on me will be this chandelier. Here's to Papa and Mama's darling angel. She is weird. You know, she's not completely evil. She's still really weird. All of a sudden, everybody is getting along again. It's such an abrupt change. I can't understand it. Is this what family is all about? In any case, the situation has changed dramatically now. I just hope the mysteries of me can be cleared up as quickly as the furrows on the minister's brow. I don't know where Camilla is, but at least now the Justice Minister's doubts are dispelled. I think I'll go back to his office, where everybody is waiting for the prison van. The Minister's family now has their smiles and harmony back, but Camilla is still in the hands of the kidnappers. I decided to go back to the Justice Minister's office. Surprisingly, the minister's brow is still just as furrowed as ever, quite unlike a father who just learned his daughter is safe. He seems to still be in the depths of despair. The atmosphere in this room is very different now. It seems to have an air of unfocused anxiety. I get the feeling something big is going to happen. You don't know the half of it, Cecil. Yet. I just found out that my daughter is safe. I'd like to express my gratitude. Thank you. Thank you for my daughter's sake, and for mine. No need to thank us, Mr. Minister. It was nothing. What did he do? I said it was nothing, but one question. I can't help but notice. Your daughter is safe. And yet you still look unhappy. How about a little smile for us? Oh, of course, there's still the matter of the other kidnapping victim. But is that really the only thing that troubles you, Mr. Minister? Please, let me think in peace until the prison van arrives. I'm pretty sure we have to talk to, this guy. Hello, Justice Minister. How about you finally admit I exist? That thank you I expressed. That was meant for you. You're a ghost, aren't you? And you have the power to control and manipulate people, don't you? Well, not quite. No, I don't have that kind of power. I can't control you. We've actually known, you know, for quite a while now. Known? No idea they were the powers of the dead or of ghosts. What about what? Somebody who can control... What? You knew? Well, Zhao didn't know. That's why execution order caused me so much anguish, Detective Jowd. Mr. Minister, why don't you just tell us everything you know? Yes, I suppose I should. Need to hear it all. All about the huge mistake this foolish man made. Let's get this case a-rolling. Well, not a-rolling. Anyways, there are some cases in this country right now that are under a top-secret investigation. Of course, you wouldn't have known about them, Detective Jowd. Right, they don't share too much top-secret information with the inmates in prison. There are 3 prisoners, including you, and the special prisoner just escaped. Huh? Why are you talking about the special prison? Cases have certain points in common? What are you getting at? They do they? Tell us more. National secrets in his lyrics during... Oh my god, he's not saying what I think he's saying, is he? Is he? Well, he might be. We'll just have to wait and see. For not long, but... The curry-loving fellow who took the chief commissioner hostage at the Metro Police Department. Neither of these men had a motive for their crime, and both of their crimes were impossible. Impossible? Well, if reality is unrealistic, I guess impossible can be a possibility. The curry lover had no way of knowing how to infiltrate the commissioner's office. And the rock singer had no way of knowing the national secrets he leaked. The Special Investigation Unit submitted an investigation report to me on them. It concluded that these men's criminal acts, were not of their own violation. Oh! Wait, volition? I was sure the word was pronounced violation. I'm an idiot, aren't I? Volition, whatever. But how could that be? The theory that the unit came up with was the existence of a manipulator. A manipulator, huh? That's when the special prison was established as a facility to research that theory. Jowd's case. Some unknown power has been at work. These past several years, Inspector Cabanilla has been studying these cases. He has he? Manipulating somebody into committing a criminal act. According to the inspector, the first case of its kind was a locked room murder involving our nation's best detective. I wonder who that is. Appreciate the theory, but unfortunately, I don't recall being controlled by anybody. Well, that's because your crime is different. Your crime... In your crime, you faked it. Although, if it really did happen that way, you were probably manipulated. But no, I don't think that's what Cabanilla was getting at. Just think about a certain picture, with a certain missing gun, and a certain repeat of it, which still had the gun. That'll become more clear sooner or later. It's just not possible to manipulate another's behavior like that. My powers can certainly don't work on living creatures. That's what I thought when I first heard the theory too. However, I was seriously mistaken, and it proved to be a big mistake. What? I think this should be obvious at this point, but the answer to why the Justice Minister executed someone after all this time for not executing anyone, yeah, it should be pretty obvious at this point. You mentioned a mistake. Could you tell us about it? I suppose everybody here has the right to know. Alright then. I'll speak out loud so Inspector Cabanel can hear this too. There's something I'd like the two of you to hear. It's about a mistake I made. Inspector Cabanela, when you first made that report about a manipulator, I'm afraid I didn't believe it at all. Impossible, I thought. Perfectly understandable, Mr. Minister. But I was wrong. That kind of power does exist. And I learned the truth of that firsthand. What? A month ago, I signed the order to carry out Detective Jared's execution. However, that act was not of my own volition. I was being controlled. What? You never told me about this, Mr. Minister. That's why he's telling you now. What's going on? This document, what am I doing? No, I mustn't sign it. What brilliant pen work. One thing I'm confused about is if the national secrets were leaked by some controller, then that must mean they must have a control over their voice. Yeah, it sounds like this guy's saying, wait, don't deliver that document. Maybe it's just in his head. I'm assuming it's just in his head. That would make the sense, actually, but no. That's when it started. That's when all my fear, despair, and suffering began. Fear, despair, and suffering. Keep the questions a-rolling. At the time, it didn't even cross my mind that I had been manipulated. And my memory of that event was only hazy at best. So the memory of being manipulated doesn't clearly remain, eh? Signing execution orders is part of a Justice Minister's job. At the time, I just thought my psyche was rebelling against the task. The next day, it dawned on me. I remembered Inspector Cabanel's report on the existence of a manipulator. As Minister of Justice, I couldn't admit what had happened to me. This is actually going really smooth. I hope I'm actually recording this. If I forgot something, I'm gonna be really mad. Anyways, I couldn't admit what had happened to me. Part's almost over, so I'll check then. I only signed the execution order because I was being controlled. Of course, if you're hearing this, then that means it worked. So hooray! If something like that got out, the national judicial system would crumble. Besides, I had no evidence to present that I had actually been controlled. So in the end, I couldn't admit to anybody what had happened. I suppose, but it sounds like an excuse. You should have at least told us, Mr. Minister. Yes, I know, I should have. I was running away from the problem. Apparently she didn't like the execution order. Huh. And then my wife found out I was worried about something. Well, if you go around with an expression like that, I guess it's bound to happen. I explained it to her, and she was dead set against the way I was handling it. If you don't withdraw that order and tell everyone the truth immediately, I'm moving out! That didn't sound like my normal red voice. Meh. And then, with the kidnapping tonight, with it thrust under my nose like that, I could no longer deny my mistake. This manipulator comes upon us from somewhere unseen. That's why I've been keeping my distance from everybody. So that's why you've been telling people to stay back. So there's somebody else besides me with the powers of the dead. I'm fine with that. After all, I already know about a certain desk lamp. What I'm not fine with is the fact that person can control and manipulate living creatures. That's certainly not something I can do. Yep, if this never crossed anyone's mind who's watching this and hasn't played this game before, yeah. Different ghosts, different powers. Or I guess you could say stronger powers in a way. Because controlling people is definitely stronger than controlling objects, at least in most cases. But I never imagined that tonight I would find out where this kind of power comes from. Where it comes from? Inspector Cabanilla. This manipulator is a ghost, a departed spirit. A spirit? As a matter of fact, there's a ghost talking to us right now. What? What did you say? Jowd, don't tell me you can hear this ghost too! I'm pretty sure aside from the guards who clearly don't matter, you're the only one who can't hear it. Spirit? Ghost? Gods in heaven? Excuse me, Mister. I suddenly have some urgent business to attend to. I recommend you think long and hard before making your final decision, sir. Oh, Cabanilla's got some business to do. And there's a phone to ring. This is Lynn. I'm at the park. We've been waiting to hear from you. Have you found the evidence? Well, the situation here is, it's kind of difficult to explain. Sissel, if you're there, come to the park immediately. Looks like your help is needed, Sissel. Yeah, I guess so, huh? Well. This has been Renegade 67 with part 31 of Let's Play Ghost Trick. Really hope this actually was recording. It's going way too smooth. Until next time, I still don't have an outro phrase. Bye.